Okay, so welcome back to some more MX versus ATV All Out. Today we're going to start with Atlanta, and we're going to keep going with our bigger lines videos that we've started. Now, what I want to do is keep going with the tracks that I'm familiar with and have the bigger lines that I know about. There's quite a few tracks with bigger lines that I don't know are even there. You guys have kind of let me know in the comments what those lines that I'm not aware of are, and maybe eventually we'll go back and try to do those tracks too, but for now, let's just do the ones that I know. I'm also using the manual transmission because I think it makes it easier to hit some of these bigger lines. I mean, what I'm basically going to do is leave it in third gear. I'm going to leave it in third gear and never really shift. It makes more sense. I mean, some of the big lines is easier to hit with second gear, but for the most part, I feel like third is just about where it needs to be, and the manual or the automatic transmission is just not where it needs to be right now. Can we get this? Barely. That's one. That's not exactly like a hard line to hit. It's also not the line that I typically would go for. And then if you rail this corner, I feel like you should be able to jump to this last table. I've never actually done it, but I feel like it's a possibility. Can we get it? Oh my gosh, I can't believe we got it. That line's actually kind of difficult to get. I mean, it's not the hardest one, but I can't believe we got it. Sweet. We might try to get it a little cleaner, and then we're not going to get it now. Actually, you can quad this section here. And then have a, what would it be, a quad, triple, double? Something like that. I'm not 100% sure. That one we might have to actually transition to when we actually get it. And if that's the case, I'll run like 3 or 4 laps here, and then if I don't get it, I'll put it at the end before we move to the next track. Because that line is probably not going to happen. It's a difficult one, man. You get like there's like a bump in there kind of in that corner, and it makes that back tire kind of kick up off the ground, and you lose a lot of your momentum. But it's so easy to jump to that. It's actually easy to over jump it and land in between the two tables that it just feels like you should be able to. Oh, not quite. I was going for it again. I mean, we got it. I might try to get it a little bit better than what we did, but you can see what I'm talking about. No, I don't see ourselves getting that without having to do it like 100 times. I'll have to set like a marker so I can keep resetting myself back to it, because that's such an awkward line to get. But it is fast. I mean, I think if you could put all these lines together for a lap time, which I'm sure the guys that have like leaderboard lap times may have done. I mean, I don't know if they're faster. But they're bigger. They're definitely bigger, but I don't know if they're faster. That's kind of the line that I take most of the time. It's like the easiest one to get, and I think it keeps you out of the air a little bit better. This is the typical standard line I take. How many laps have we done? Like 3? All right, we're gonna go around the outside. Oh, we way over jump. Man, maybe you can quad that. I don't think so. I mean, there's a limit. I think I said it in the last video. This isn't like encore. I mean, the bigger lines are big, but you're not jumping entire sections usually. We get this? No, I'm definitely gonna have to set a marker. Well, let's go around for one more lap, and then it just butchers me for this section. Let's go around for one more lap, see if we can get it. If we can't, then I'll just kind of cut to when we do. Because that one, for every 50 times I try, I bet I only get it like once or twice. No joke. Stick with the consistent line. Maybe we'll try it. If we land this just right, maybe we'll try. Oh, man, we almost got it. I think it's possible. I'm not going to spend time on it, but I feel like you probably can do that. Oh, we got this clean. Step off and double. Sick. I love that line. It's so much fun. No, we're not getting it. We're not set up for it now, so we'll just stick to the consistent one here. That's consistency, man. Consistency can win you races in multiplayer. So we'll finish out this lap and then kind of go to the quad there on the back that I never actually got. Maybe the table too, the table section I was talking about, but for sure the quad. So we will see you when we actually get that line. Oh my god, I can't believe we got it. 1,000 years later. It wasn't even that good, but you can see, it took me some time. I bet I spent like 5 minutes trying to hit that line, but if you get good at the game and get comfortable with it, I bet you'll be hitting that thing in no time consistently. Okay, so this is a line that I was kind of messing around with. This one right here. You can quad off of that and then jump onto the table and then step off and then double. Feels like a fast line, but you can't actually hit that line. I went and did a race just because I was curious where they were going to set the tough blocks in it. It doesn't look like you should be able to do it in a race, but you know, with a video game, you never really know. You never know how the tough blocks will be positioned or whatever. So if you were curious, they place the tough blocks like, I mean, here. So you can't come in at that angle. They kind of run like this along the outside of the track. So you could never jump off of that angle and hit the lip like that. And then obviously if you're coming like this, it just doesn't really work. I mean, maybe someone could make it work, but for the most part, it's such a sketchy line. I don't see how you could ever do it. So no, that line is not an option, unfortunately, even as cool as it is. So I don't know. We're gonna hop over into whatever track we find next. I really don't know. We'll just have to go and see. Maybe Toronto? I don't know if Toronto was one that I was gonna do, or Seattle. One of the two. I'm not sure. So let's hop over to Toronto or Seattle. Okay, so we are at Seattle. Now, I really like this track. It's one of the easier ones, but there are a couple bigger lines here. One of them being right away here. No, we're not going to get it. Well, actually, I was going to choke up, and then I don't really know what I wanted. I wanted to ride a stoppie over everything there. But you can jump to that second table, which isn't too bad, but I'm sure I'll struggle with it. It's like, as soon as you try to record for something, for me, not speaking everybody, but for me, I struggle. It's like I can't put it all together. And then there is a big quad back here that is quite difficult for me to get. Oh, we almost got it, but you can quad that. What's up with the far back reset here? You can actually quad to here, or right here, I guess, and then triple out. Maybe you could quad out, which would be great, because this triple out sucks because it sends you really high in the air and it's kind of annoying. So maybe you could quad out, but I've only gotten the quad a couple times in, not even out. So I really don't know, or not out, but it'd be quad double then, I guess. And we're gonna suffer. We are gonna suffer trying to hit these lines today. I can already feel it. You know what? We're gonna do this until we get it. We're gonna hit this corner until we get this right. Oh, almost. That's not that bad. I mean, really, that's not that bad of a line to hit. Most of the time I can hit that, but struggling. You know what? There, we got it. Good enough. You know what? Good enough. You can see what I'm talking about. That's really, it's not that hard, but I don't know. Maybe I messed up with my bike tuning. I have no idea. I mean, as far as I know, I left it the same, but it feels like we're just not getting what we really want here. Now we'll try to focus on getting this quad in, which is going to be hard. This is going to be difficult. Oh, come on. Come on. It actually set us back really far here. Wow, we overjumped. I was going to try and show you the quad in the middle. And then double, and then double. Let's run around one more lap. If we don't get it then I'm going to not reset. I'm going to put a marker down and see if I can just even hit it. Just get it at least once. At least one time. See if we can get this one more time. Oh, we can, but I'm pretty sure we might have been hitting some tough blocks, but we did get it. We got it twice. It counts. It counts. It's free ride. There's no tough blocks right now, but you can hit it. I mean, you can hit it legitimately without going off track or whatever. Now for the tough one. Let's try this last time. If we don't get it, then I'm going to just edit till I do. Oh, come on, man. Come on. In Encore, we would have just barely clipped that, and it would have been no big deal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep trying this, and I'll let you know roughly how much time it takes me before I can actually, or when I get it. Yeah, I couldn't quite do it. I was going to try and show you that quad out, or that middle quad, but whatever. We're going to set up a marker, and I'm just going to hit that over and over again until I actually get it. So we will see you in just a second. Oh, much better, man. Much better. I actually think I had another clip that wasn't as good as that one, but hopefully this one we're more satisfied with. So, not great. It took, I bet I did that for maybe not quite 10 minutes, but I bet I was working on that for about 10 minutes, which may not seem that long, but that's a pretty long time because I just had a marker set up. So I was just going back and hitting it over and over and over again. So like straight 10 minutes of just trying to hit that. Again, guys, I'm not that good. Just I know they're there, and if I try long enough, eventually I'll get it. So it is a line, and I'm sure some people can turn it into a consistent line. Here you can see my marker right here. That's where it was. But for us, it's just not that consistent. It's kind of difficult for us to get, but it is an option. Our guy's glitching out. His jersey was freaking out. So we're gonna hop over to the next track. I forget what I said. I think Toronto, maybe. I don't know. We'll go see. Maybe Toronto, maybe a different one, but I'll see you over there. Okay, so here we are at Toronto. Now this track is definitely one of my weaker ones. I enjoy it, but it's a little more difficult, and there's some strangely big lines here. So this section, usually I'll triple, but you can quad double, I think, is what it ends up being. We'll have to see. And in this section, you can jump to the table and step off. You can actually clear that and then double off of that last one and jump the face of the triple for a double, and then have a double out. It's not faster, but it is there. You can preload off of that perfectly. We messed this whole section up now. And jump this entire, like, weird thing that they have there. And you can do it. There's actually two of those sections. You can do it on this back section too. So we'll triple, step on, step off, rail this. Oh, it was too hard. I'm not even going to try. You have to land it just right, and then you can jump that entire thing. And you can do that with both of those sections that look very similar. So let's see if we can maybe hit the quad here. It's really weird. You have to get like this bounce kind of. As I say, it's difficult. We got it like perfect. Sweet. I'm glad we got that in. It's not easy, but it's not hard. I mean, I don't know. It's just like you have to get this perfect. I don't know, but we got it. So that's one of the bigger lines. It's one that I don't hit very often, though. We get it? Pretty much. I mean, you can see what we're trying to go for there. Maybe we won't actually have to transition to us getting some of these. Triple. Let's try and get this again. And we got it. Sweet. Sweet. I mean, it's not like this insane big line, but it's there. The one that I really want to get is the one by the Supercross triple. So we got this. We'll try again, but be shocked if we... Well, we kind of got it again. All right, so you jump over that, and then you double over the face of the triple. Let's see if we can do it, because I think we kind of hit all the other ones that we really wanted. So let's just see if we can even get that. You kind of have to, I believe everything's third gear, I think, pretty much. Oh man, now we're going to struggle with this. And that line's, I actually have only done it once because I thought it was stupid, and I didn't think it really served a purpose, so I don't know if we can get it. We'll try. Oh, not quite, not quite. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this because it's not fast, but it is a bigger line. You know, we're going for bigger lines, not the fastest lines, but bigger lines. The problem is I'm getting a weird timing through that. Oh, almost, almost. If it's gonna take too long, we'll transition when we actually get it. But I'm hoping to get it here just right away. Oh, you kind of get it, but that's what I'm talking about. It's really stupid, but you can do it if you want. It is a bigger line. Not a realistic line, but it is a bigger line. Oh man, well, you know what I mean. You can kind of see what I'm talking about. I wouldn't suggest taking it. It's not exactly a great line, but hey, it's there, you know what I mean? It's there. If you were curious. So I think that kind of covers these. I mean, I don't know if we ever got this section perfectly, but it's the same concept as the one to the left over here. It's the same concept as that one. You just do the same thing pretty much. And you should be good to go. I don't think you can jump to this second table. If I happen to find out that you can, maybe we'll add that in at the very end of the video, but I don't know exactly how long the video is either. I'm kind of tempted to do one more track, but then part of me is just saying I think that's probably long enough today. We've been struggling. These two tracks, or these three tracks, what did we do? We did Atlanta, Seattle, and Toronto now. See, this is how I typically go through it. I would just do something like this because it's easy. And then there's no reason not to jump to this one. It's just, it's really, really easy line to get. I wouldn't even count that as a bigger line because it's so easy. Can we get this? No, we're not gonna get it. So I don't know if I'd count that as a bigger line. I would count jumping that entire thing a bigger line because it's something that's inconsistent for me. If it's inconsistent for me, I count it a big line. Maybe not everybody would do that, but for me, myself, I count it as a bigger line. Same with this one here. Because see, I can't quite consistently all the time get over it. It's a timing thing. You gotta hit that, you gotta land just right so you don't kill all your momentum for the rest of that section. So yeah, I think that's where we're gonna wrap it up today. Again, if I play around on this a little bit more and find a better line or get that stupid one over the face of the triple where you double over that, I'll probably add it to the very end of the video. But yeah, those are kind of the tracks and the lines that I'm aware of. There's maybe a couple more Supercross tracks where I might have a couple, but for the most part, that's about it. I need to learn some more. I need to hit Supercross harder than I had in the past couple weeks. And if you guys have some that you're aware of and you want me to try or whatever, let me know in the comments. Again, if they're your super secret line and you don't want to give it up, that's cool. I understand. You got to have an edge. But you guys and girls are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the support on the channel lately, specifically this series. I really can't thank you enough. And until the next video, take it easy.